हेलो फ्रेंड्स। आज की वीडियो में चेक बॉक्सेस हैंडल करेंगे। सो गाइस, onto this particular video what we are going to do is that we are going to handle check boxes in a particular website. In my previous lecture we have already done that, how to handle drop down values, how to select a value from a particular drop down of type select, and now we are going to understand how to click on check boxes and how to just validate whether checkbox is clicked or not, right? So we are going to do it with Playwright as of now. So let's get back to the lecture where we can do some real coding for it, right? The website that we are going to make use of will still be remaining as amazon.in, and let's start writing the coding part where actual coding starts. So guys, till now we all know that I've just navigated to a particular website, and in this website I hope might have seen my previous lectures that continue shopping button was coming, right? So it's nothing, just I had a locator for it, and if it is visible because that button was not coming always all the time. So if it is available or it is visible, then I'm just clicking on it, right? So nothing thing to worry, that nothing technical about it, right? So now what we are going to do is that we are going to go to the page mobiles, right? But in order to go to the page mobiles, we need to first try to inspect it. Let's try to first create the css for it, okay? So the strategy that we used to follow, or that I will be telling you, is that this is the actual location of of this mobile element on UI. Let's first write its own css, okay? So the tag name is a, and href is an attribute, right? And onto this attribute I can see that mobile phones, it is written on mentioned over here, right? This attribute contains this word mobile. See why I am sticking it to it. If you just keep on following it, the class is gonna remain the same, right? If you expand bestsellers option, again the class, nav 8, tab index 0, most of the things are nearly the same. And this id cannot be trusted at any point in time, because id may remain the same, but this thing may get changed. Today onto the fourth place bestseller is coming, right? But what if bestsellers started to come over here? So the id won't work here. You please do not consider these kind of flaky locators, right? So the best thing is that there is one as word you can see bestseller, there is bestseller reference href there. This is mobile, this is href mobile, so I am planning to make use of it, right? So the thing is that this is href, let's say, okay. The tag is a, and the attribute and equals to value. So href contains, for that contains, you just make use of star keyword equals, and just type in the word that is over there, right? See, so what I have done over here is that this is the href module. Let me just, yeah. So this attribute star basically means contains this particular word mobiles, okay? If I do like best sellers, then bestsellers will be picked up. See, it is now getting highlighted over here, right? There are two places where best is written, so let's say bestseller, best seller, right? Best sellers kind of stuff. So it should contain this. See, it is now not working. Let me try to pick up some okay, b got capital, sorry. See, so now it has started reporting me that at least I'm reaching somewhere to this particular locator. In the same way, if I make use of mobiles over here, let's say mobile, I am still getting two locators over here, one here and one somewhere else, right? At least I'm getting this one. So now the strategy would be to go to its parent node, right? So the parent node of it's like, this is the ul, This can be taken, this can be considered, or you can also take, this particular id as well. Or this is the class, no, this is the nav fill, this is also class. You can take this as well, you can take this, not this, I think you can take this as well. So let's see whether it works or not. So this is, since it is the id, so div star, this is my id. And for navigating to child node, we make use of space, right? So this becomes your css locator. Quickly I will try to code it over here, like await page dot locator. This is my locator, and I just need to click on it. That is it. First I need to go to this particular web page, and then see what happens. So let's try to run it. This is our sixth test case, by the way, okay, where we need to check that whether user is able to check and uncheck a particular checkbox, that too on the Amazon website. So this has started running. See, it has successfully clicked on mobiles. I hope you might have seen, right? So our test case got passed. What is the error? Okay, so this error is coming for this particular. Actually, this element was sometimes visible, sometimes not visible. I'll handle it later out. I'll tell you. But our test case ran successfully. It got passed over here, right? So now what we are going to do is that once after we reach here, once we click over here, let me just mark it down. Yeah. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to click onto this particular checkbox. Okay, this checkbox. So now try to inspect it. While inspecting, you will find that there is an id for it. And yeah, I can take this, make use of this id quickly. So it is of type input. So input at id equals is replaced by hash sign dot this. See, this my locator has been located successfully. And if you want to go to the sibling element, that is, if you go to another element which is or at of or at the same level, then you can make use of plus icon, like plus, and go to the particular tag. This is I. So now it is uniquely identifying each and everything. Okay. And from parent to child, if you want to go, you can make use of space. And if you go from immediate parent to immediate child, then this caret sign or this greater than sign is used. That is a separate topic. I have already requested you guys to please learn it from the online tutorials. It's very easy. It takes only 15 to 20 minutes, or let's say 1 hour of time. Okay, because we have a lot to do. We have to cover our Gen AI, MCP server, a lot of things are there, right? So just quickly come over here, and we want to click onto this particular checkbox, right? So wait page dot locator. This is my locator, and I want to click on it, or I want to check it. So I'm making use of click method over here as of now. Okay, I'm just making use of page.pause so that you are able to see whether it actually clicked or not. Otherwise, it will work too fast. It needs to go to the mobile page, and then it needs to go to the, see, this is the button that I have handled right now. See, it went to that page, it handled that button gracefully, then it navigated to clicked over here mobiles. And once it reaches this particular page, it has specifically clicked onto this particular checkbox. My test case is passed. Okay, so my test case will always get passed if that element is coming. So this one, right? So that's later on discussion, but checkbox we have handled now. But the checkbox got clicked, but how will you know whether your checkbox had been clicked or not? So for that, we are going to make use of some assertions over here, right? So for that, like, I'm going to make assertion like my locator page dot locator. This is my locator is to be, let's say, checked. Check. See, to be checked method will check that it is checked or not. Let's say. Okay. So what is going to happen? Allow me to apply a weight as well. Sorry, let me format the page a little bit. It is looking a bit ugly. Yeah, so I'm making an assertion over here so that I'm able to understand whether it got checked or not. See, if it will be getting checked, then there will be no error, right? My test case will pass. But if it gets again unchecked, let's say it got checked, let's say I am clicking on it, so my test case will pass, my assertion will pass. But let's say it remains onto this particular state. If it is what, if it is not checked by the code, then my test case should fail now. So for that particular step we apply assertions, because at the time of actual test cases, we do not have that level of time. When you are in office and you are automating for a client, you need to execute 5 to 10 test cases, so you do not have time to go to the logs at where it actually failed. So these assertions, play very handy role over there. You cannot also make use of print statement everywhere. You cannot just console.log do overwhere, because in an automation framework it gives a very, not a very good look, right? So let's see whether my test case is getting passed or not. See, it has already clicked. I hope you guys have seen it already clicked, right? So now what is happening over here? What happened? Why it failed or why it not failed, right? So let's see what is the output. Expect locator to be checked, but it failed, right? Why it failed? We should be have been expecting it to be checked. Again, let's try to run it. Let's see what happens. It should not fail. Ideally, it should not fail in this condition, because there is a condition in which I will fail it deliberately. See, it has checked over here, right? And now if I do it, my session will get passed successfully. See, everything has been passed. So the error that you are seeing, again, that was for the continue shopping that comes in the start. So my assertion got passed successfully. Now I'm going to fail my assertion, right? So that error was flaky. Sometimes it happens because of the nature of the website that you are automating. So now let's say for the first time, if I sorry, if the first time I click on this particular checkbox, it will get checked, but for the second time if I click on it, it will get unchecked. I hope we are getting. And now if it is getting unchecked, my assertion will fail. So now my test case is gonna get failed. I am failing it deliberately. So this is the use of assertions in validating checkboxes or radio buttons. So you have to apply it for it no matter what. Okay, let's quickly run the code again and it should work properly. It should fail properly, not work. See, it clicked and again it unclicked. Sorry, it unchecked it. So now my test case is going to get failed. It is going to throw me an error in some time, right? So it has failed. See, it said it expected that your checkbox is going to check, but it received unchecked, right? So this is the correct way. This is how I have failed it deliberately. Now again, if I comment this particular test case out, I am going to make my test case pass in a proper way. So it means that I only wanted to click onto that particular checkbox, and with the help of assertions I have validated that my checkbox got checked successfully. So this is what happened, and this is what it is all about. Perfectly this test case ran. So guys, I hope you guys have understood how to click on this particular checkbox. And believe me guys, the css that I have made it very quickly. Please practice it, because the main part, the time consuming thing would be for you to make this css, right? Because you might get a lot of time invested onto it. So just quickly try to understand it for the sake of playwright, right? So that we are able to quickly move ahead in each and every topic. So guys, this is all about our particular lecture, and very soon I'll be talking about some other stuff as well. So please stay tuned, and we'll do an interview check round as well. So thank you for your time, and thank you for your patience.